Hello everyone. Today our topic is going to be on a drug called Docetaxel, and this is a chemotherapy medication, and it also is sold under the brand name Taxotere. And we're group number 10, and it's myself, Kristen Glover, Shoy Gad, Naveed Golab, and Justin Gonçalves. So the objectives today, we're going to go over what is Docetaxel. We're going to give a little intro on the drug, tell where it's made from, what type of plant, and then a little bit about what it's used to treat. We're going to go over the mechanism of action. The mechanism of action is just going to be how the drug works within the body and how it interacts with the bodily systems to have its therapeutic effect. We're going to go over drug-drug interactions with other possible drugs that we need to be on the lookout for. We're going to go over any pharmacokinetic properties or PK properties. We're also going to go over any resistance mechanisms, and we're going to just show you the clinical resistance that has occurred and what you need to be on the lookout for this drug. So, to continue, so like I said, Docetaxel is sold under the brand name of Taxotere. So Docetaxel is a drug that's used to treat breast cancer, non-small cell lung cancer, prostate cancer, gastric cancer, and any other head and neck cancers. So a little background before we get into the mechanism of action. So Docetaxel is a class of drug called a taxane, as you can see on the right underneath the picture. And these drugs are derived from plants called the Pacific yew. So Docetaxel is specifically, it was first made from needles of the European yew tree, and another drug in this class that's a taxane is called paclitaxel, and that's also made from the bark of the Pacific yew tree. So a little more information. So Docetaxel is on the World Health Organization's list of essential medicines, and it is one of the most effective and safe medicines that is needed in a health system. And another drug, for example, that's on this list is metformin. So the mechanism of action for Docetaxel essentially is a chemotherapeutic agent that disrupts mitotic spindle and division. So mainly speaking, they stop microtubule disassembly into tubulin monomers. So that's a process that we're going to go over in a little bit. And another way of putting this is that it decreases polymerization of microtubules. So the mechanism of action for Docetaxel, as you can see, we just posted a picture to make it easier to understand. So on the left, you have normal mitosis, and the cell is undergoing mitosis, and you see that spindles are being formed, and then tubulin molecules are being stacked to form a mitotic spindle, preparing the chromosomes to be split, and then another step called anaphase, where the spindle dissolves, and the cell begins to divide into two separate cells. So, as you can see, that's the normal process. So mitosis on the right side is being blocked by Docetaxel. You see that on the left, metaphase occurs normally, the spindles form, but then unusually stable tubulin molecules start to stack, and then they fail to depolymerize. So, as you see, Docetaxel inhibits the step after that, failed to depolymerize, and the cells remain frozen in the metaphase position. Therefore, anaphase does not occur, and the cell does not split into two separate cells. And this is, like I said again, a decreasing in the polymerization of the microtubules. And then, just to further summarize, cell cycle arrest occurs in the G2 and M phase of mitosis. So here on this slide are some pictures. You can see that the Pacific yew tree is derived from, or it grows in the Nevada, California area, as you can see. And here's some more pictures of what it may look like if you see it in the wild, if you're out there hiking or something, just so you can be informed.
So, in terms of class, brand, and generic, this drug is class plant-derived CCS, meaning that it is cell cycle specific. Taxanes target the M phase of the cell cycle. The brand names are as follows. We have Docetaxel as well as Taxotere. you'll notice that this structure is rather large and lipophilic in nature, thus rendering it unable to be used orally in most cases and is most popular and solely used as an intravenous administration.
Hello everyone, my name is Navid and I'm going to talk about the adverse effect of Docetaxel. Some adverse effects associated with this medication, it could be gastrointestinal, such as nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Next, because of this medication being injected by IV route, the patient may experience some injection site irritation, peripheral neuropathy, hair loss, nail changes, fatigue, and weakness are also listed for the adverse effect of Docetaxel. On the other hand, the black box warning of Docetaxel are listed here: bone marrow suppression, fluid retention, hepatic impairment, and also hypersensitivity. These are all the black box warning of Docetaxel.
All right, for drug interactions, the CYP3A4 substrate is used with major caution in any medications that inhibit or induce that enzyme. Taxanes can increase the adverse events and toxicities of erythrocyclines, so any drugs used in that class should be used with caution. Note at the bottom, taxanes should be used in caution with any immunosuppressive agents that would include chemo, other chemo medications as well, or myelosuppressive agents. Pharmacokinetics. In terms of absorption, there's poor to no oral absorption with this drug. The agent is mainly used intravenously. Distribution is mostly extravascular and is highly protein bound. In terms of metabolism, there is mainly hepatic metabolism through the CYP3A4 enzyme.
Now we are going to talk about the mechanism of resistance to docetaxel. As we all know, docetaxel is one of the most effective chemotherapeutic agents in the treatment of breast cancer and other types of cancer. Unfortunately, there are some resistance to this drug. The causes of this resistance remain unclear. However, there are some mechanisms we may expect to cause this resistance. One of those causes to resistance is alteration in tubulin. Other reason is proteins that interact with microtubules. Also, energy-dependent flux pump may cause this resistance. In addition, apoptotic protein and also signal transduction pathway. And finally, reduced expression of B27, which is specific associated with acute resistance in breast cancer cells.
Hello, today I'm going to be talking about the drug Docetaxel, and I'm going to be going over the conclusion for our project. Docetaxel is a chemotherapy drug that is used to treat multiple types of cancers. These cancers include non-small cell cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer, breast cancer, gastric cancer, and also head and neck cancer. This drug is typically given intravenously, and this is due to its poor oral absorption. It is known as a taxane, which is a plant derivative, and it is also part of the mitosis inhibitor class of drugs. And in addition to this, this drug has a major drug interactions with drugs that inhibit or induce CYP3A4.
This now concludes our slideshow presentation, and the references are listed as follows.